Yeah, once again, it's on. We back.
Hello.
We are back, man. We doing
Hey,
it. As you can see, we got shirts now. Okay, we official. All right, we looking good as a unit out here. Look at everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bow.
What's going on, good people? You know what time it is, man. It's the Essential as Fuck podcast. I am your host, Jonathan C. Smith. My guy,
Mr.
Mr.
Lee,
Lee
the
Johnson was
professor.
happening with it. We in here, man. And also the crazy lady, funny lady herself, man. My homegirl been knowing her for over damn near 10 years now.
It's
Miss
probably 10 now.
Camille Twy Williams. What's going
Yes.
on with you?
Yes. Hello.
Hey, man, we're going to have a good time. We got a lot to talk about over the next 30 to 40 minutes, man. We're going to hit on a bunch of topics. We got our special guest, our first special guest of the podcast, Miss Rosalyn Ross, actress, yoga instructor, sports reporter. Like, she does it all, man. We're going to talk to Rosalyn coming up and see how she's adjusting to COVID-19 and quarantine and all this and see what she got going on. Our other co-host, Brandon Steele, he may be dropping in on us. I think he probably, I don't know what Brandon doing right now, man. Y'all know what he doing, where he at?
Man, no. It's supposed to be for us. You hear me?
I know, right?
But it's
Hey, man, just the three of us, Three's Company right now. I
Right.
guess he over there in North Korea trying to find out about old Kim Jong-un.
You gonna be our special correspondence.
Hey, reports are that the North Korean leader and dictator Kim Jong-un ain't living no more. They say he is no longer amongst the living. Reports are rampant right now that he has gone on to the upper room. They say that
no.
it was a botched heart surgery that he had a few weeks back, and he took a turn for the worse as far as health wise. And they say he is no longer with us, man. Do you guys think he's really dead?
Look, I posted this on Facebook in a humorous sense, but I think the person that really knows the answer to this, and I believe this wholeheartedly, is Dennis Rodman. Dennis Rodman knows if Kim Jong-un is still alive. But I don't know. You know, that place is so, like, we don't know anything about what's going on in that place. We get like little snippets, and it's like a full-on dictatorship to the nth degree. So maybe he dead. You know, because what did you say? Something about a botched heart surgery?
Right.
I think a couple of weeks ago, I heard that it was like he was brain dead. I mean, this is one of the great mysteries.
Yeah, it's ill, man. What's up, Stacey? Is he living or not? Is he gone? Where he at, Stacey?
Well, first of all, if he dead, the Koreans did it. Because I know how the conspiracy theories, Donald Trump then put out the corona just so they can kill Kim Sung-young Moon or whatever the nigga name is. So, I don't know. I'm going to tell you this. I thought the nigga was dead, right? I said, the little square-head nigga done died. And then you told me that he faked his death. The man and pulled I rose on the third day in 2011. I didn't know that he had already did a little fakerism. I ain't know this death before.
So you think it could be a ruse? You think
shit, you not be happy. I want you. I was talking to. She told me that the man faked his death in 2011. Now I didn't look it up, but Cindy don't tell no stories. She don't lie. Cindy don't lie. I believe he did it. He lying to be living. They done mummified the nigga.
Well, now, okay, now if he is gone, if he's up there in the upper room, as they say, y'all know he has a sister. His sister would be the next in line to take over.
Her name Kimberly.
Yeah.
Her name Kimberly.
Yeah, man. So they gonna keep it in the family, man. So his sister will be next up to take over.
Oh shit.
Hey, I don't wish death upon anybody, but if it is true and she's next up, That I want to see.
Yeah,
That I
period.
want to see.
Hey man, hey, I rock with dude though. I'm gonna tell y'all why I rock with him, man. He's the first North Korean dude I've ever seen with a little boosie fade. That man fade is so tight. He got the little boosie fade over there in North Korea. He a
Yeah.
virgin.
He sure got that booster joint.
Man, for real, man. So we'll find out in the days to come if he really gone or he just pulling a fast one on us, man. You know, so we'll see what happens with that. But moving on, you know what? Maybe he drunk some disinfectant. Maybe he listened to Trump and ate some Clorox tablets over there in North Korea. Cause your man, President Donald J. Trump, 45, the clown himself, the orange clown. He in reports a few days ago, last Thursday, during a coronavirus briefing, and these are becoming hilarious each and every day that he does these things up there at the White House. But basically, he said, well, he suggested to the doctors that maybe they should try testing as far as injecting disinfectant into people that have coronavirus to see if that will cure the virus. This fool really said he wants people to drink Fabuloso to see if that would clear COVID-19. Lee, please go in.
Oh, glad.
First and foremost, and I'm being very serious right now, I don't seem to understand why y'all are messing around with this president and not respecting him into what, man, what, no. Do not take the Clorox wipes and chug it and inject it and anything like his hair on, anything like that. Please stop. And it's always the same thing, you know. Now, of course, I was talking sarcastically. I mean, we all grown. We
Yeah,
know
we
what
missed that
sarcasm
shit, bro.
sounds like. Dude don't sound sarcastic. So and the thing that's the worst part is that this is where we're at as a country right now. And that's the thing that makes it crazy, is that following his statements, people had to go on national television, local television, whatever, social media, all of that, and have to say, don't drink bleach. Don't inject bleach. Like, that's some common shit that everybody should know. But because he said it, we gotta like go through all of that. And it's like, oh, just stop the insanity. Y'all remember that from the stop the insanity.
What's up, Stacey?
So, I don't know who drinking the shit, right? But I'm just gonna go and be honest. I don't get no damn. If you drinking that shit and you get sick, you deserve that shit. Lay on down, baby. You got to be trying to die. You weren't drinking the shit at first. Fuck is you saying? The people got a sticker on the mattress that do not remove this tag. I don't fuck with it. I don't know what's gonna happen to me. But quit fucking with shit you ain't been fucking with at first. Drink it, honey, and give yourself whatever kind of death you want. I gives no shit, okay? I don't care. But it's now, Trump is an asshole for doing that shit. He retarded. Yeah, I told y'all last week the nigga slow. You can't expect a slow motherfucker to give you sane decisions. He responded just like a slow motherfucker would. Okay? All right.
Another thing that I don't get is the when he was talking about the UV stuff, like what he think that the coronavirus is like like will turn you to a vampire or something? Like, well, we daywalkers now?
Mm-hmm.
It just
Hey,
doesn't make
Lee. I was just about to comment on that as far as the UV rays as another form of treatment against coronavirus. People actually voted for this man. Like, this is real life right now in 2020. We have a president telling us that he thinks that people should ingest disinfectant, Clorox, bleach, Fabuloso to clear corona.
Yep.
Insanity, man. Hey,
The confusion just continues.
like I said, I think he should do us a favor and try it first. You try it first, Donald. Tell us how it works. All right.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then we'll go from there, man. But that's y'all president. I don't fool with him.
And he keeps saying, like, even this was the Clorox stuff, and it's one of the worst things that you could say in anything is when he's pimping that
Oh,
hydroxychloroquine. What have you got to lose? I'ma die. I'm trying not to do the death thing. I like
yeah.
the living thing.
That's y'all's man. I don't mess with him, man. But y'all know who I do mess with though? Mayor Jim Strickland, City of Memphis Mayor Jim Strickland. That's my guy. I mess with him, man. He has been one of the mayors. You know, just one of the people in power that seems to have the right understanding of how to go about handling
Yeah.
COVID-19, the coronavirus, as he has extended the stay-at-home order through May the 5th and may extend even longer, just depending on, how the data, would suggest. But I'm in favor of it, staying like, want to open the city back up. Some places, some businesses have already kind of started to kind of roll it back out now to open back up. But I'm in favor of, hey, let's ride this thing out, stay at home as long as necessary. So I'm not in no hurry. I've actually enjoyed being in the house, man. No, I know that's surprising, but like I'm enjoying the time here at the house. And like I said, it's all about keeping people safe. So if we need to stay home longer, that's what I think we definitely need to do. What do you think about that, Lee?
I mean, it's one. I'm not gonna lie. I was very surprised that he extended the stay-at-home order because I didn't think that would work. That he would be in favor for it because he is a Republican, and they tend to roll together. So I was very surprised about that. I mean, yeah, it is all about being safe. I think I'm not sure if he recognizes, because what's going on in Atlanta with them trying to open back up, and a lot of the stuff that I've seen about these areas opening back up are going to be very detrimental to minority affected areas, because we ain't got a lot of the resources that everybody else has. So I don't know if he's doing this because he recognizes that this city is 60% black or 60% minority, or if he's just trying to gain some favor. I really don't know. I do respect it, and I think I might have said this before, but in my opinion, I don't think we should really, for real, open back up until maybe the end of June. Maybe the end of June.
Wow. You agree with that, Stacey?
Oh, 100%. So, some of y'all may or may not know, and I don't care what you think about it, but I do read tarot cards. So one of the things that I did was just playing around, because it's a big thing to try to do some kind of tarot reading or predict the future on something as big as a virus. But actually, when I did it, it stated that it showed it would probably ease up around like mid-June. So I'm interested to see how that would look. But like Lee was saying, like around like June, maybe towards the end or something, it just kind of make a little, it make more sense. Better safe than sorry, you know what I'm saying? Because my mama gone to the upper room. That's probably the only thing I'm straight about. Like this time, you don't want to have to be responsible for somebody elderly trying to take care of somebody. It's too much shit going on. My booty would have been tight enough to spit jelly if my mama was still living. I got to worry about some ugly ass coronavirus. She's sick and all that. You know what I'm saying? So it's so much that's going on with that. So no, I think we need to stay in until we don't need to stay in. You know what I'm saying? Just use common sense. So
No doubt.
And really have a proper plan of opening. Don't just be like, we open,
little by little.
Like, what's the plan? And that's the thing that still keeps kind of getting on my nerves about all of this is what's the plan?
Yeah.
Yes, we want to open back up, but what's the plan? Tell me, like write it out, plan. I need to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I never thought that I would say I rock with Jim Strickland, but compared to other governors and other mayors, like you see how the governor of Georgia, how he's just basically sending sending Georgia back outside. Just he gonna kill them off.
Man, he can't wait for him to die. He can't
Right.
wait.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
our Governor Bill Lee, basically saying it's safe to go outside now, but no. Listen, y'all stay y'all ass at home, okay? Like outside, it's gonna be there. It'll be there. I know it's nice outside. It was pretty outside today, but hey, stay your ass at home. Stay safe. Let's get through this, man. And with that being said, Stacey, I know, as far as staying at home, as far as the mental effect that can take on you as well, like I said, because we've been going through, like you said, Lee, we've been going through it now for about 5 weeks as far as staying at home and quarantining and everything. But just, for people who are having a hard time dealing with it, what would you guys suggest for people, just the way they can just kind of cope with everything until we're able to get past this? What are some things out there you guys would throw out, as far as the people can try to do?
Stacey, I want you to go first for this one.
Well, if you're by yourself, and if this is like for the extreme cases, in my opinion, people that's not connected to social media and just kind of by themselves, they kind of sort of know how to maneuver anyway. Someone who's like that wouldn't be listening to us anyway. I would just suggest that maybe their family and friends or somebody that know of them or something to go knock on the door and check on them. I remember I snuck out one night, you hear me, and during the quarantine. And so when I came back, I felt so refreshed, and I hadn't seen anybody in a long time, and I was just with one person. We were just sitting there talking and vibing. I mean, it was just a breath of fresh air just at one little time. So I think that if we know people who may be by themselves, just go check on them. Like, it's some folks over here in my area that may be by themselves, but I don't really be looking like that. I ain't that nice and shit. But for you nice folks, man, check on them folks. Because I don't really do it. I ain't good at that. If I see you, I may say something, but it's, that. And then for, like, people who are single with no kids, I'm talking about the females. And I guess I'm sure men go through things too, but I think that a lot of times I'm sure, but sometimes the loneliness will set in because, and I said women because women are emotional anyway. Men are usually practical. Now, this new nigga we got, he might be emotional. But in general, women are emotional, men are practical. So we kind of get wrapped up in, oh, I'm so alone, and oh, I'm so this. Look, figure out who the fuck you are, stand up and gather yourself. You know what I'm saying? Stop. I think that we kind of toil over the things that we didn't do, because sadness will set in when you're by yourself. Play upbeat music. Stop looking at sad stuff. We're looking at all this shit about end time movies, outbreak. Netflix put all that stuff on. All that stuff is feeding into your mind and fueling your fear. So, that's something else. Our fear is being fueled more than anything else.
No doubt.
So, but anyway, that's probably about this.
That is just wonderfully said. I don't really know what else I can add to that. But yeah, I agree. Just try to check on people. My mom is here. She's staying with my sister. So, I'll sneak and grab her every now and then. We'll go on runs, stuff like that. Try your best not to just be confined to the inside. If you in an area where you can just do a simple walk around the block, that people don't really understand how just changed you feel if you can just put in your music, put on your headphones, and just walk around the block once. You don't have to say nothing to nobody. You can maneuver and all that stuff. Just a quick walk around the block, that changes everything.
Yep.
And it's refreshing. I mean, we had a really great, like you said earlier, John, we had a really great day today. The sun was out and all of that. Like, that is something that scientifically proven to be beneficial to our mood.
Yes.
Is to be in the sunlight. I got my porch out here where I'll sit and I'll watch movies or listen to music. I got my cigar and a little something, and that I'll be out there a couple of times a day, just watching the world go by, and it does a world of difference for the mood.
No doubt. Absolutely, man. And I was going to save it for the unpopular opinion segment that we're going to do at the end. But also, another thing that will put a smile on your face during the quarantine and staying at home, those checks, those stimulus checks, okay? All right. Have y'all got y'all's money yet?
You don't need to worry about what I got.
Nope.
You don't need to worry about what I got.
Nope.
All right. So let me just throw that out there right now. You don't need to worry about what I got. You don't need to know how many kids I have to add to what I got. Don't worry about it.
I got some stimulus, all right.
Ma'am, hey, you nasty, okay? You nasty.
You fucking right. You fucking right. Absolutely.
Love it. I love it.
Y'all are crazy. Y'all wilding, man. Hey, man, Rosalyn Ross is going to be coming up in a minute, our special guest. Like I said, man, she does everything, actress, yoga, sports. I'm pretty sure she was tuned in to the 2020 NFL draft over the weekend, man. Pretty much went as expected as far as the first round. It was a totally different draft this year. Not virtual draft, but basically everybody was staying at home. It wasn't like the actual draft of years past where, you had the big stage and the draftees would come out and shake Roger Goodell's hand and everything and hold up their new jersey, their new team jersey. But it was interesting. I did enjoy watching it on TV, the new setup. You got a chance to see everybody's homes, the coaches, all the players and their families. And speaking of, this year was also kind of interesting as far as some of the things that happened at these players' households. There was two players, for instance, that I'm sure America got a kick out of watching what happened. And basically, CeeDee Lamb, first round draft pick of the Dallas Cowboys. While he got the news about being drafted by the Cowboys, he's on the phone with Jerry Jones, and my guy had two phones. He's on one phone with Jerry Jones, on the Cowboys, and he was holding the other phone, the bat phone, in the other hand. And Stacey, I don't know if you saw this, his girlfriend tried to reach.
Absolutely. I saw that.
Reach over and grab his other phone. And my guy, he's going to be a Hall of Famer. I know he's going to be a Hall of Famer. Because his awareness, the way he snatched that other phone back from her so fast, and he looked at her like, the hell you doing? Lee, did you see that?
It was a thing of beauty. First and foremost, I love the ladies, I love the women, but at the same time, this man about to make multi-million dollars, and it is no time to try to be slick with it when you know what this man is doing. That we've all heard and seen the stories of that professional athlete lifestyle, especially when it comes to football and basketball. The 30 for 30 broke. They always talking about going to the strip clubs and all of that stuff. I mean, he was, and I'm this sounds like I'm defending him, but he was just protecting. I'm sorry. He was protecting himself and her from like some legit drama. Like that was supposed to be his moment, and she went in and tried to pull that sneak move to take away from his moment, and it was just like, ugh. But he went to Alabama. That's okay. But let's talk about the peripherals, because he pulled that without looking, just like peripheral. Boom.
Man, yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy. And then the other moment, real brief on that, as far as the other moment with the Titans drafted their big fella, the offensive lineman, man, and his girlfriend was trying to give him the hug, And Mama wasn't going. Mama said, "Hey, baby girl, it's my son's moment. I
So
need
deep,
you to raise
baby.
it." And she tried to act like the girlfriend tried to act like she wasn't about to get up. I think, hey, the Titans need to give his mama a contract or something. The way she rolls old girl up off her son.
Yeah.
Did y'all see that also?
Yeah, that touched me, actually. That touched me. It's like she picked her up on her arms like, move, bitch. She picked her up. Did you see that? She wedged her arms under there and picked that big bitch up right there. She did that. I saw that. That touched me, though. She was
If Mama don't get her some type of endorsement deal out of this, then it's getting done wrong.
yeah.
It was a thing of beauty. It was a thing of beauty. I loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So those are some of the crazy moments from the NFL draft, man. So I'm pretty sure those two ladies in question may not be girlfriends much longer once these players start their NFL pro careers, man. We may have seen the last of those two, man. That was
Yeah.
wild right there, man. We only got a few more minutes, man. Got my girl Rosalyn Ross. There she is. Uh-oh.
I mean, what's going on?
What's up, man? Hey, we gotta welcome in our first special of the Essential AF podcast. My homie, the greatest of all time, the GOAT, Rosalyn R. Ross. What's going on?
What? How am I your first
You
special?
the first.
You are.
Okay, I'll take it. What's going on?
Hey, it's all about you, man. You know, we just enjoying this Sunday. You know, we doing a little show here. We got you on. Life is good.
Life is good. I
No
respect
doubt.
that. I'll go with it. Yeah.
Absolutely, man. Now, listen, Roz, you have done so much, you know, already as far as the sports thing. You're a yoga instructor, and now you are a wonderful actress, man. You have 23 credits already on IMDb.
You looked at my IMDb.
Yes, you know, you've done it all, man. You are really, really blowing up. Just talk about how you were able to kind of get into that lane, man, as far as getting over into acting.
Ooh, that's a big. You gonna come out hitting hard with the big question? I think. First of all, shout out to you and our time we spent together. I'll tell it like it is.
No doubt, appreciate
because
it.
that certainly was a big deal in getting us all, I think, set up to the point where we could be in the space that is now.
Love. No doubt.
That's running IG live, that's doing Facebook interviews live. I mean, that's where we kicked it off on Yahoo Sports. Fun times. But essentially for me, I think once I started really writing more, that drove home how much more I wanted to see if there was a way I could pursue talking sports on camera. And really, when I went into my agent's office, they were just like, "Nah, we don't really do a lot of casting for like sports positions, like sports on air commentator positions, but certainly we can try you out as an actress." Like, it was literally that random. And you know, I auditioned for them that day, and they're like, "Perfect, we'll put you on the roster. We'll see how it goes." And I think maybe about 6 months after that, I booked my first commercial. And from my first time on set, I was hooked. I mean, just from the first time. And that was like a commercial for the Navy, but still probably 50 people working on set. And I had another, it was me and another actor on set running that scene for the commercial. But from that first moment, I was like, yeah, I think this is what I need to be doing more of, if I can.
No doubt, man. We'll be enjoyed right now by the homie Rosalyn R. Ross, man, actress extraordinaire, man. She's been in the hit TV show Nashville. She was in the Brian Banks movie just the other last year, man. Like, she's doing big things. So, Roz, like I said, you know, you are a very, you're a very busy person. So I know this quarantine, staying at home thing is really, really, has been a bummer, man. But just tell me, what are you doing, as far as quarantining? How are you keeping, keeping your mind right?
Yeah, it's weird. I mean, I tell people, particularly on the acting side, that honestly, this is kind of how it goes in that world where you have huge droughts, you know what I mean? Like times where you have to just be very disciplined to work on your craft and to make sure that when you do get the big call for something that you'll be ready, right? Stay ready so you don't have to get ready. So for me, this is really what that time has been about. Now, certainly I've, just yesterday, 2 days ago, I shot an audition for a show that they are actually booking for, even though they don't know when it's going to shoot. They're actually trying to go ahead and lock in the actress who's going to play the particular role that I auditioned for. So there are shows that still have movement where they're trying to cast and really get out in front of whatever the industry is going to look like on the other side. So I'm thankful for that. But just in general, I've done some open call auditions as well, where it's like, this ain't really for nothing, but it's just for you to stay up on your game. And so I'm always appreciative of those opportunities as well. But, otherwise for that, it's just watching film, watching interviews with actors, learning from them, understanding, how they stay up on their game, understanding technique and how to interact with someone in a scene. I mean, it's all the same stuff that I would be doing in downtime if I wasn't in isolation. On the yoga side, it's a little different because, people have been asking me like, why haven't you tried to do virtual classes and all that? And certainly I've had those conversations, but for me, the experience of being in a room with people and having that energy of a class is just where I've always existed. Like that was never a thing that I got into online. It's from the moment I started teaching, I was teaching in front of a group. And so that I'm having to wrap my mind around that sacrifice during this time. But on the bigger side, on the acting side, this is how it goes. I mean, you might go 6 months and not get a role. You know what I mean? You might audition 20 times in that 6 months, if not more. But it might be 6 months before you're between times actually on a set, so this is pretty consistent with how I operate always.
No doubt, no doubt. Guys, y'all have any questions for Rosalyn?
I did. Well, I did have one. How long have you been in Memphis? Or are you originally from here?
I am born and raised, been here the whole time. I mean, I did my yoga teacher training in New York and I went to college in Nashville, but I've lived here, worked here my whole life. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which is a thing that people, I'm thankful because I've been really fortunate because it is a thing where people are kind of like, how are you acting in Memphis? And, certainly there's a huge arts community here where people are doing amazing work in theater, as well as there's a huge production community here. So a lot of commercials for FedEx, for all of your local corporations are shot here. Not all of them are shot here, but there's a lot of opportunity to be a part of the marketing for FedEx, for AutoZone, for First Tennessee. But outside of commercial and theater work, really what I've been able to do is do a lot of work regionally because ultimately Atlanta has become a hot spot for film and TV. And that's a big benefit to actors and actresses in this region because now